Welcome to the stream. We are live. We are live to talk some Mets baseball, to get into Mets baseball topics. Definitely, guys, the offseason Mets, David Stearns. We're going to get into a whole bunch of topics, but my goodness, the Mets right now. Let me know how you guys are feeling right now. But welcome to the stream if you're new. Definitely, this is all things Mets. This is where you get your latest Mets media, everything you know about the Mets on this channel. So yeah, guys. David Stearns, Mets, Yamamoto. The news with Yamamoto. That's the big news. Yamamoto is a prized possession. He's one of the best free agent pitchers in all of baseball right now, and he is highly coveted, highly coveted. And the Mets are going after him. The Yankees are going after him. The Giants are going after him. A whole bunch of teams are going after Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What's going on, Lane? What is going on? Can the Mets sign Yoshinobu Yamamoto? I mean, I definitely think they are in the ballpark too. They have the money to sign a guy like Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Man, overall, Yoshinobu Yamamoto is one of the best free agent starting pitchers. And the Mets, the Yankees, the Giants, and another big market team is interested in Yoshinobu Yamamoto. A guy that can pitch you up to 98 miles per hour, 99. Definitely he can get up there. He has a disgusting curveball. His breaking pitches is really elite, to be honest. His strikeout percentage is one of the best in the KBO league. So, I mean, listen, Yoshinobu Yamamoto has the curveball, has the changeup, he has the pitches. So, but he is the guy. He's the guy that a lot of teams are going after. A lot of teams, man. The Mets, the Giants, the Yankees. How are we feeling, guys? How are we feeling about Yamamoto and the Yamamoto situation? I know a lot of Mets fans are losing patience right now because nothing is really happening for our team. And I definitely understand, but let's have some patience. Let's believe in David Stearns. Let's believe in the situation, and let's believe in Steve Cohen, because the Mets, they still have the richest owner in all of baseball, and he can make moves. Yes, he didn't want to sign Otani for 700 million. That was not going to happen. The Mets there was no way that the Mets would have signed Otani for 700 million. That contract is insane. One of the craziest sports contracts, the most money ever, in a sports contract. Shohei Otani, absolute, stud for sure. But it's just crazy to me that that Shohei Otani got 700 million. It's insane. It is insane. But yeah, man. Shohei Otani, Yamamoto. Now that Shohei Otani signed, Yamamoto, let's get this deal done, man. Let's go, man. The Mets, David Stearns, have to do something. He has to do something. I'm tired of David Stearns, and it's looking like he's managing the budget, and he's looking like he's making moves, like a small market team. But I don't think that's the case. I think they're really in on Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and that's what's slowing everything down. So once once he makes the big decision, the Mets are gonna start moving. They're gonna start, doing things for sure. But man, they need to do something. Yeah, Otani to sign with Dodgers. Yeah, it was a crazy contract. 700 million contract. The most money in a sports contract ever. It literally is insane. It's one of the craziest contracts ever. But I'll tell you this, man. The Mets, I feel like they have a good team, but they can have a better team. I really feel like Yoshinobu Yamamoto is the prize free agent, which makes sense. He's one of the youngest starting pitchers. He's one of the best free agent starting pitchers out there. So it makes sense why the Mets are going after Yoshinobu Yamamoto and why they're so high on him. But I just hope that this situation, handles itself because uh, we need this guy. The Mets need this guy. What he would do for the Mets rotation is going to be big. Okay, what the Yoshinobu Yamamoto is going to do for the Mets rotation is going to be huge. I really think that overall he is going to be a stud. I really think he's going to be one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. And he's going to get his money. He's going to get over 300 mil, which is insane. But he's going to get that money. He's going to get it. And, it's going to be his first big entrance. What is going on, Victor? What's going on? We hope they will. Yeah, I mean, Victor, I'll tell you, I think that David Stearns and the Mets, they are going right after Yamamoto. I know the Yankees. I know you heard the Yankee. If you didn't hear, the Yankees met with Yamamoto today. And they're pretty optimistic about getting Yamamoto, but nothing was signed. Nothing was. It's not. It came into fruition. So, with the Yamamoto situation, the Yankees met with him, but the Mets met with him too. So, the Giants apparently met with him as well. So we got to see and we got to wait for this Yamamoto situation. But man, how you guys are feeling about how are we feeling about Stearns so far? Are you losing confidence in David Stearns? And I know he's making small market moves and I get it, the Luis Severino move, the Joey Wendell, the Jorge Lopez, some moves like that. I know a lot of Mets fans are not happy. But I think we just got to stay patient and we got to believe in David Stearns. There's a reason why Steve Cohen got this guy, but he just hasn't shown it yet. But I think he will. I definitely think David Stearns will show why he signed and why Steve Cohen waited almost 3 years for David Stearns, because this is the guy. This is the guy that they're riding with. This is the guy they trust. And I trust him as well. I really trust David Stearns. I think he's going to be a big-time president of baseball operations. He just hasn't made the big market moves just yet. So we got to stay a little patient. We got to, wait a little bit. But apparently, Yoshinobu Yamamoto will sign before Christmas. So he will sign before Christmas. So that is good news because, we don't got to wait that long, maybe, 2 to 3 weeks. But, before Christmas is basically what he's looking for to sign. So I like that, Yoshinobu is obviously, meeting with these teams. He's feeling the offers out, but nothing has come yet. There haven't been big time offers just yet. But I think definitely the Mets would love to have this guy in the rotation. Love. You hear he's looking for 400 mil? I haven't heard that. But if he is, that is insane for a player that has never been in the US, a player that's never pitched in the MLB. What? 400 mil? That is insane. I think 400 mil is a little too much for him. I'm sorry. This guy is 25 years old. Yes, he's very, very talented, but man, I don't see 400 mil for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. But if he can get to 400 mil, I mean, good on him. Good on him. If he gets to 400 mil, good on him. But I really think that the Mets, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, I think they're going to go for 300. I think they're going to try to get this guy for 300. How do you feel about Joey LaCasey? Dry on Buddy? Is that Drew Smith? Maybe Drew Smith. I think you're saying Drew Smith. Maybe, I don't know. But for the Mets going into 2024, Joey LaCasey he's a depth pitcher. He's not going to be a big time starting pitcher for the New York Mets. I think he's going to, obviously when somebody gets injured or something like that, but he's not going to be in the rotation. He's not going to be in the rotation to start the season. I mean, I hope not. I don't want Joey LaCasey starting the season with the New York Mets. I don't want this guy to be the fifth starter, the fourth starter. Joey LaCasey, I don't feel is, I don't want Joey LaCasey as the starter for the New York Mets. I don't think that Joey LaCasey should be the starter for the New York Mets in the starting rotation. A depth pitcher for sure. Yes, if somebody gets injured, we can call him up from AAA or something like that. But no, I do not want this guy to be the starting pitcher of the New York Mets rotation. No, I do not want this guy. And Drew Smith, Drew Smith had a good not really, he didn't have a really good 2023. He had a really, really awful season. He got injured apparently, also. So he didn't really look good. Drew Smith, I don't know what the Mets do with Drew Smith because, sometimes the Mets and the relievers, sometimes it doesn't work out, sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes we'll see. At the end of the day, Drew Smith he's still a guy that can throw you high velocity. That fastball is usually good, but it's getting hit a lot. And that's my issue, with Drew Smith. He's too predictable. Can the Mets sign Juan Soto? Can the Mets sign Juan Soto in 2025? Yes, I definitely think that Juan Soto can be signed with the New York Mets in 2025. Yes, I think that the Mets, I know that Ohtani apparently he never reached out to Steve Cohen. He never reached out to the Mets. That's not surprising because we know that Shohei Ohtani wanted to stay in the West Coast. This wasn't a surprise. We knew he was going to go to the Dodgers, but Juan Soto is going to be a different story because Juan Soto is going to get a lot of money. He's going to be young and he's going to get a lot of money for sure. But the Mets are definitely going to be interested in Juan Soto for sure. I tell you this, Juan Soto is one of the best young players there is in all of baseball. And yes, there is going to be interest in Juan Soto. 2025 is hopefully going to be a really big year for the New York Mets. But I think that Juan Soto is going to be definitely, he's going to get an offer from Steve Cohen. I promise you that. He's going to get an offer from one of the richest owners in all of baseball. He's going to get an offer from Steve Cohen. And if Juan Soto does come to the Mets, then great for the Mets. I mean, I would love for Juan Soto to be a Met. But the only concern that I would ever have with Juan Soto, and that is defensively. But that's my only concern with Juan Soto. But offensively, he is a stud. He is one of the best young players there is in all of baseball. MVP type level player, insane, a stud. Gotta go. The Soto comment was delusional as fuck. Yeah, well, I mean, the Juan Soto defensively is not so great, but I definitely think offensively he's one of the best. Do the Mets trade Trevor Gott and Drew Smith? I definitely feel I definitely feel Drew Smith, he could be traded, but the Mets really want to figure out Drew Smith. He got tendered a contract, so he's still with the Mets, but I feel like Drew Smith, I hope that in 2024 he can figure it out. I really hope. What's going on? Cohen will get Soto in 2025. Well, I would hope so. I really think Juan Soto is one of the best players in all of baseball. The Yankees are going to go after him. The Mets are going to go after him. So many teams are going to go after Juan Soto because he is, and it's one of the best players there is in all of baseball. One of the best players. MVP type level player, has power. The only bad thing about Juan Soto is really the defense. That's the only thing. And, he's going to be with the Yankees in 2024. We'll see in 2025 what comes, but the Mets are going to have a lot of issues when it comes to the outfield. They're going to have a lot of, probably Jet Williams is going to be in the outfield in 2025. Drew Gilbert is going to be in the outfield in 2025. So they're going to have a lot of options, I would say, in 2025. And I think they definitely, Marte is under contract to 2026. So they're going to have outfielders for sure. But the Mets, Juan Soto, I would go for Juan Soto. I definitely would. Do I like Starbucks coffee? Yeah, yeah. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. Yeah, I'm not a coffee guy. Really not a coffee guy. Yeah. I never really drink coffee in my life, to be honest. One time I had it with a cracker, like a cookie or something, but that's really it. Uh but this guy, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, has to sign already. I'm tired of Yoshinobu Yamamoto and this situation with him because I want this guy to sign. I feel like this guy is slowing down the Mets off season, and it's really getting to me. I don't want, yes, not a lot of teams have done a lot except for the Braves, the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Reds, and, the Diamondbacks. That's really the only teams that have done some stuff. But I say, and the Red Sox, because they traded for Tyler O'Neill. But I say that the Mets, man, they got to make some moves. I want to see Jorge Soler as a Met. I think Jorge Soler would be an amazing DH option for the New York Mets. This guy, I love Jorge Soler, 31 years old, can hit you 36 home runs. This guy can protect Pete Alonso in the lineup. I love it. I love it. I feel like I really want this Yamamoto decision to just be done with, because once Yoshinobu Yamamoto, we could sign a guy like JD Martinez or Jorge Soler or Teoscar Hernandez. I prefer Jorge Soler, though. I definitely prefer Jorge Soler. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I definitely prefer Jorge Soler because he's one of the best, offensive hitters. He was an all-star last year. He's a two-time, World Series champion, a World Series MVP. I like Jorge Soler, 31 years old. There's so much to like about Jorge Soler. So I hope that the Mets are interested, because this guy is going to change the lineup. Imagine a lineup. Just imagine a lineup with Pete Alonso, Jorge Soler, Francisco Alvarez, and Ronnie Mauricio. And, obviously Francisco Lindor, Jeff McNeil. But I like that lineup. And Brandon Nimmo, I really love that lineup. I think I really, really do love that lineup. Victor said, Soto said he'd like to play in City Field and he has family in Queens. Yeah, he does. I think, there was like a picture or going around of Soto looking at like a Mets jersey, and I saw the picture of it and I thought it was funny. I think that Soto, yes, he does have family in Queens. He's Dominican. But this guy, the Mets. I know that they weren't interested in trading for him, because obviously you're trading. The Yankees traded so much for Juan Soto, so many pitchers, so much talent there, so much young talent. Especially Michael King was a young, really good talent. But Juan Soto, you got to go for him in 2025. If he's going to be a free agent, you got to go for Juan Soto. This guy is a guy you got to go for. Can the Mets sign Michael A. Taylor, JD Martinez, Josh Hader, Jordan Montgomery, Jordan Hicks, Cody Bellinger, Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, and David Robertson? Well, I'll tell you this. The Mets can't sign all those guys. They can't sign all those guys. But out of the list that you just said, Michael A. Taylor, I'm not the biggest fan of Michael A. Taylor, a guy that can hit you 21 home runs. He batted 220 last year. He's a good defender for sure. And the Mets need outfielders. The Mets need outfielders really, really bad. So I think, yes, they definitely do. But JD Martinez, I would love to see JD Martinez, as a New York Met. If this is a guy that, could protect Alonso, you could put him in the lineup. He could hit you over 30 home runs. I love it. I know he's older. That's the thing about JD Martinez. He's older, but he can still hit for sure. It's crazy what JD Martinez did last year, and it's crazy what he's probably going to do in 2024. Jordan Montgomery, Jordan Hicks. I like Jordan Montgomery. Jordan Montgomery's a good pitcher for sure. He knows how to pitch. Jordan Hicks, I really like his stuff, his control. He has some issues with his control. But Jordan Hicks, I think he's one of the best, relievers out there, like to get. And it makes sense why the Yankees were interested in him. So I hope that the Mets Find some type of interest in Jordan Hicks. Please, find, please. This guy can throw you over 102 miles per hour. And he destroyed the Mets last year when, with that velocity, he just destroyed the Mets. Corbin Burns, you're gonna have to trade a lot to get Corbin Burns. I don't think Corbin Burns is an option for the New York Mets unless they really want to trade a guy like maybe Kevin Parada or some type of big prospect. But I don't know. I don't know. Mauricio got hurt playing in the winter in the Dominican winter. Yeah, he did. He got hurt. Definitely. I'm not concerned about the injury. It's not like he's gonna be out a year, a couple of months, or anything like that. The Mets seem to be not concerned about the injury as well. We're gonna wait a little bit on that, but I'm not concerned. I saw the video. He was walking under his own power. After that, I like what I saw. I'm not concerned about Ronnie Mauricio. I know that he got hurt, though, but it's not going to be Edwin Diaz 2.0, okay? Just hold the horses there. It's not going to be Edwin Diaz 2.0. Hey, Randy, poor Ronnie Mauricio, he hurt himself. Yeah, he hurt himself. Yeah, you're right about that, but let's not be too concerned about Ronnie Mauricio because this guy, he's going to be good. By spring training, he'll be good. I don't know if he's gonna be healthy and he's gonna play in the Dominican Winter League again, or the Mets are gonna shut him down and just have him wait till the obviously spring training. But so Ronnie Mauricio, what I love about Ronnie Mauricio is he hasn't made an error in the Dominican League in 5 straight winter games. So 5 straight games. He didn't make an error. He was lighting the ball up. He was hitting the ball really, really good. I love Ronnie Mauricio. He's one of my favorite players ever to come to the Mets, and I can't wait to see what he does in 2024. But let's not be too concerned about Ronnie Mauricio because I don't think that it's going to be anything to really worry about, and we're only in December, so let's just wait it out, see what happens. But I think Ronnie Mauricio is going to be in the third baseman competition with Brett Baty. Who are the Mets players in the Dominican Winter League? Well, Ronnie Mauricio is there. I don't think that they have anybody else there. Ronnie Mauricio is really the only player that they have in the Dominican Winter League. So, but yeah, guys, what's going on, Francisco? What is going on, Yamid Medina? And what is going on, B4 Buffer? I don't know how to say your name so good. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Randy Lindor's contract looks like a bargain after Shohei Ohtani signed for $700 million. Well, listen, $700 million. It's crazy. You never saw that coming from Shohei Ohtani. Like I saw $600 million, I saw $500 million, but I did not see $700 million. That is insane. Like wow. Like the biggest sports contract in all of sports. It's insane. He's making so much money. Like, wow. But is he gonna live up to that contract? I don't know. I don't know if Shohei Ohtani is gonna pitch for 5 straight, 6 years and hit for 6 straight years. I don't know about that. But man, he's not gonna pitch in 2024. I promise you that. So he's gonna be one of the best offensive hitters. He's a great offensive hitter, a guy that can hit you over 36 home runs. He's a Shohei Ohtani, one of the best players in all of baseball. A guy that can run fast, hit you bombs, pitch really, really good, but he just can't pitch in 2024. And the Dodgers are gonna have a lot of issues in 2024. A lot of issues. What's going on? Mets get Matt Chapman to play third baseman. He got power. Yes, Matt Chapman, definitely one of the best defenders, in free agency when it comes to third baseman. He's a great defender. I love Matt Chapman as a defender. He did not have a really, really good year, in 2023. A down year for Matt Chapman, but I think for sure he's a really good defender. I would like to see Matt Chapman, play third base for the New York Mets. But if the Mets don't need, if they really feel confident in Ronnie Mauricio and Brett Baty, to have this competition and stay with these young guys at third base, then it is what it is. Stay with the guys. Alvarez, I think is in the Venezuela winter ball. Francisco Alvarez. I don't know if he's in the in the Venezuela. I haven't heard anything about Francisco Alvarez being playing for Venezuela, but he was interested in it. I think he definitely wanted to. But I'll tell you this, guys. Francisco Alvarez wants an extension with the New York Mets. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys want Francisco Alvarez to be extended already after his first year with the New York Mets? Do you guys want Francisco Alvarez to be extended? I love Francisco Alvarez. I love what he brings to the table. But if I'm the Mets, I wouldn't extend this guy just yet. And I know that the Braves, make a lot of extensions when it comes to players. But Francisco Alvarez, I would say after the 2024 year, then you can talk an extension with Francisco Alvarez. But I love what Francisco Alvarez brings to the table. One of the best power hitting catchers there is in all of baseball. He hit 26 home runs in 2023, but he only played in 123 games. So imagine if he played in 162 games or 159 games. He's going to hit probably over 30 home runs, and that's what I love about Francisco Alvarez. But he has a lot to learn. Definitely he struck out a lot. He went 0 for 17 a lot. He had a lot of offers. But I love Francisco Alvarez. I love what he brings to the table. He's definitely a difference maker in that lineup. What is going on? Mets fan, Randy. What's going on, Mets fan? How you doing? What's going on? Let's see. Do the Mets re-sign Pete Alonso for the Mets this year? The Mets don't sign Pete Alonso. They are not going to extend Pete Alonso. I don't think so. Their focus right now is free agency. Obviously, the big Yamamoto. That's the focus right now. That's the focus. And I know that Pete Alonso should be the focus. He should be a guy that you want to extend. Like, this guy had a down season. This is the perfect time to extend Pete Alonso. But if Pete Alonso wants 10 plus years, I don't know, man. I would like to get Pete Alonso on maybe a 7-year contract, 8-year contract. But I don't know about I think Pete Alonso, the Mets need Pete Alonso. I'm going to tell you this. The Mets need Pete Alonso. He's one of the best power hitters in all of baseball. But he hasn't really been clutch. He hasn't found that clutch factor with the New York Mets. But I love Pete Alonso. Defensively, he hasn't been great. He's getting a little bit better. But obviously, Pete Alonso is one of the core players of the New York Mets. This guy, you got to make this guy a Met for life. This guy, I really thought Michael Conforto was going to be a Met for life. And, I hoped, that he would have been a guy like David Wright or something like that. But it just didn't work out. But I think Pete Alonso, I really see him being a Met for life. I hope that he will. What's going on? Roki Sasaki, 22-year-old Japanese ace, requests to be posted to the MLB as amateur free agent. How much will he get in free agency? I vote 400 mil. 22 years old. He's gonna have to wait a little bit. They're not gonna I know he wants to be a free agent, and I obviously when you see that Yamamoto is gonna go to the MLB and he's getting the type of money he's gonna get, obviously Sasaki is insane. This guy throws 100 miles per hour. This guy's insane. One of the best young pitchers there is. Sasaki is going to be insane, but they're not going to give him they're not going to accept his offer. They're not going to accept it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen with him. It would have been great to see Sasaki obviously become a free agent. 22 years old, insane, but he's going to have to wait a little bit. It's not going to happen. Mets fan, missed you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming to the stream. I appreciate everybody that comes to the stream then, talks baseball. But, man, how you guys are feeling? How are we feeling about the Mets right now? Are you guys, excited about what's to come? And I know with this big Yamamoto situation, we don't know who's going to sign. We don't know where he's going to go. But we hope that Yamamoto signs with the New York Mets. And, the Yankees met with him. The Giants met with him. The Mets met with him. And another team, a big market team, also is interested in him. And the Dodgers obviously are interested in him as well. But I don't see the Dodgers getting Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. That's not happening. I'm sorry, it's not happening. But the Mets, they definitely need this guy in the rotation. Definitely. Do the Mets trade Michael Perez and Jose Budo? Well, Michael Perez is just like a AAA catcher. He's not really a big deal when it comes to a roster spot or anything like that. I think that Michael Perez is a light hitting catcher, and he really doesn't have much value to the Mets. So he's just a guy that just in case there's an injury, But Jose Budo, he had a pretty good end to the season in 2023. His changeup got really it got better. He got a lot of strikeouts with the changeup. Jose Budo, I think he's going to be in contention to maybe get a starting rotation spot or being in that starting depth rotate, in that depth. But definitely Jose Budo, I definitely like what I saw from him, at the end of 2023. But I don't know. I don't know if he's a big time starting pitcher for the Mets. Tyler McGill, Jose Budo, we don't know yet. I don't know. Yeah, Sasaki's gonna get denied. He's gonna get denied. He's not gonna come to the major leagues at 22 years old. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. He's gonna have to probably wait till 2020, maybe 2025, 2026. I don't know exactly how long, but they're not gonna accept his offer. His plea to get released from the league. It's not gonna happen. So Sasaki, hold the brakes, my guy, because it's not happening. You're definitely going to be one of the best starting pitchers in all of baseball when it comes to velocity, but hold the brakes. Ohtani going to the Dodgers. Yeah, he went to the Dodgers. $700 million. I can't get over the contract. It's just an insane contract. But JD Martinez, you want JD Martinez as the Mets DH? I definitely feel like I've been wanting JD Martinez as the DH. Last year, I wanted him as the DH. I've been wanting him probably 2+ years as the DH. The Mets just never pulled the plug. They never wanted. I don't know. They never really offered money to JD Martinez, and the Dodgers scooped him up. But he had a good year. But he's getting older. But he had a good year, and he hit a home run in the postseason. I like JD Martinez. But I think that there's a better option here. I think Jorge Soler is a better option than JD Martinez, a guy that's 31 years old, can hit you over 36 home runs. This guy had an insane 2023 with the Marlins. I love what Soler can bring to the Mets. Let's imagine Jorge Soler in the lineup with Pete Alonso, Francisco Alvarez, Ronnie Mauricio, Jeff McNeil, Francisco, Lindor, and Brandon Nimmo. I like that lineup. I really do. I think that Perez was released by Stearns. He probably was. Michael Perez was probably released. He's not really a concern. Michael Perez, that's not really much of a concern. But yeah, guys, how are we feeling about David Stearns so far? How are we feeling about him? I know he's made a lot of small market moves. He hasn't made the big market move just yet, but I know it's coming. I know that the Mets are going to go all out for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And obviously you see why he's going to get so much money. But I think he's going to get 300 mil. I hope that they don't go 400 mil for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. That is going to be insane. That is going to be way too much money. Maybe he's, I think he's going to get 300 mil. Predicting you want me to predict the total wins for New York Mets that they're going to have in 2024? I'm going to say 80. I'm going to say 80 85 or 86 wins for the Mets going into 2024. I think that right now with the situation, the postseason, the playoffs, you can get in by really just being, going like 80 something, over 500. You want to get over 500 at a certain point. You want to get over 500 because you have a chance to go into the playoffs. And with the playoffs rounds and all that situation, the Braves won the division. They won so many games, but did they win? Did they beat the Phillies? No, the Phillies won. So right now the playoffs, I you know it's a tough one, but I think that the Mets probably win 85, 86 games in 2024. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that the Mets are going to win 85 games, 86 games in 2024, or is that too much, or is that too little? What do you guys think? I mean, right now we don't know the rotation that they're going to have. We don't know that the people. We don't know the bullpen they're going to have. We don't know how Edwin Diaz is going to bounce back. We don't know what type of year Jeff McNeil is going to have. So it's a tough one. Chapman is attached to a qualifying offer. Mets are not going there. Yeah. Yeah. No. If Matt Chapman got the qualifying offer, yeah, the Mets are not going to go after Matt Chapman. Because you don't want to lose a draft pick. You don't want to lose a draft pick. We if you are Mets fans, you remember that Michael Kadire draft pick that we lost, and we signed Michael Kadire and we lost a draft pick, which sucked for the Mets. But let's not do that again. Okay. Matt Chapman is a great defender. He's going to go to a different team for sure, but I don't think he's going to go to the Mets, especially if he has that type of offer. No. We said I like Dave Stern. I like David Stearns. Yeah, I think David Stearns. You haven't seen what David Stearns can do for a team yet. With the Mets, you haven't seen it yet. So you got to stay a little patient. I know that the Mets haven't done much, but let's be a little patient here. The big market moves are coming. We just got to wait. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is going to be the big move that the Mets make for sure to start the offseason. They got to make that big move, that big market move for sure. But if they don't get Yoshinobu Yamamoto and the Yankees do, or some other team, then they got to pivot and maybe go for a Jordan Montgomery or a Blake Snell. I don't know if Blake Snell is going to want to come to the New York Mets, but he's a two-time Cy Young winner. Like, the Mets should be interested in him, but I don't know. Mets fans say he hates Stearns. Yeah, I mean, you gotta give him a chance though. Give David Stearns a chance. What's it called? Mets will win 95 games with Yamamoto, or win 82 games without Yamamoto. Well, 95 games is a lot of games to win. I mean, listen, I'll tell you this. It was hard for the Mets to win 101 games. So 95 games with Yamamoto, you think Yamamoto is going to be the big time decider? I see. Listen, I think Yamamoto is going to be a big time pitcher, but the Mets need pitching, but the Mets need a lot more than pitching. The Mets need offense. The Mets need bullpen. They need a lot. They definitely, and there's not really a lefty in the bullpen. They need a lot of people in the bullpen right now. They got Edwin Diaz coming back, which is a plus. Obviously, I can't wait to see Edwin Diaz again. We can't wait to see Narco, playing in Citi Field, and Edwin Diaz coming back. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be great to see, and I can't wait to see it. Can the Mets sign Jorge Soler? Yeah, I think they definitely can. Jorge Soler should be the Mets' focus when it comes to DH candidates. Like, this guy is 31 years old. Can hit you over 36 home runs. He had a batting average of 250. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that on the Mets, because the Mets don't have that guy. The Mets don't have, me personally, I think that they need someone that can put fear into pitchers. Obviously we got Pete Alonso, we got Francisco Alvarez. Those guys can put fear into the pitchers for sure because of their power. But imagine if you slot that in with Jorge Soler as well. You could put him in the lineup. You can protect Pete Alonso. I love it. I like it. I really think that it could happen. But listen, I think that the Mets got to make moves. They got to make a lot of moves for sure. I mean, we'll see what they do. But let me check if there's any latest news regarding the Mets or anything like that. Um, Yeah, apparently Otani's contract is going to defer 68 mil per year, which is insane. Otani's contract is insane. I can't believe it. But yeah, Candelario signed a deal with the Reds for 3 years. Good for the Reds. I like the deal for the Reds. I think that the Reds have a lot of talent, for sure. So good for the Reds. I like Candelario as a player, and good for Candelario. Good for him. Listen, I think that the Mets, you know, we just gotta wait for the big market moves. I think they're coming. I definitely feel that Yoshinobu Yamamoto, once that domino falls, we'll see what the Mets offseason looks like. And once it happens, we'll see. Yeah, deferring 68 mil per year is cheating. Is cheating? Well, they're doing it. They're doing it. It might be cheating, but they're gonna do it. And it is what it is. I mean, at this point, that money. You knew some money was gonna be deferred with this big contract. Um, if the Mets sign any player with a qualifying offer, they lose 2 draft picks and 1 mil in the international pool money. Yamid Medina, thank you for that. I really appreciate you saying that. Yeah, if they lose 2 draft picks, that is insane. The Mets don't want to lose any draft picks. They're already, down in the board when it comes to the first round draft picks going into 2024. So, I think what they got, the 19th pick, the 18th pick, the 17th pick, something like that. They're going to have a round there. So they had an opportunity to get the 6th pick, but it just didn't happen. So it didn't happen. It didn't happen. But yeah, I think that the Mets, they're not going to go for a player that has a qualifying offer attached to them. So Josh Hader, that's not happening. They're not going for Josh Hader. So the Mets are not going to go for Josh Hader. They're not going to go for Matt Chapman. Thank God Jorge Soler didn't get a qualifying offer, because then we wouldn't be able to get him. So I think that the Mets, they're going to get somebody. We just gotta wait on this Yamamoto. This whole Yamamoto is the big situation. But I mean, we'll see. But I really think that once you get Yamamoto and you slot him in the rotation, the Mets rotation got way better. Just imagine an air rotation with Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Kodai Senga, Jose Quintana, and you could sign a guy like you could. If they get Yoshinobu Yamamoto, I don't think that they're going to go after Jordan Montgomery. Maybe they do go after another pitcher, but I don't see Montgomery. If they get Yoshinobu Yamamoto, they're not going after Montgomery. That's going to be too much for them. So I think Yamamoto is going to be he's the prized possession right now. This guy's the guy. This guy is really the guy. So we just got to stay a little patient. It's coming. And I know the Yankees are interested, and good for the Yankees. I think that the Yankees should be interested. Obviously, they need pitching. But the Mets are interested. The Giants are interested. And the Giants are like hilarious because they apparently just can't get anybody to go over there. They can't get any big free agent to go over there. They couldn't get Otani to go over there. They couldn't get, Carlos Correa, the big situation with him. It just didn't happen. Aaron Judge, they couldn't get to so the Giants are in a crazy position. They just can't get big free agent names to go over there. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Can the Mets sign Yoshinobu Yamamoto? Yeah, they definitely can. I think Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the Mets can definitely sign him. Let's see. If Steve Cohen deferred salary, then everyone in the Mets organization would be under investigation. Well, you're right. I mean, the Mets already are in under investigation when it comes to the big, not the Billy Appler situation and that situation, but yeah, if they deferred salary, that's true. I mean, I don't know how the Dodgers are doing this actually. Let me see if I read more into this, uh, but it was reported that there were significant deferrals. The deal still isn't official, but released some of the particulars today. Most notable, the 68 mil of Otani's 70 mil annual salary will be deferred, leaving him making just 2 mil per year in the short term. The deferred money is to be paid out without interest from 2034 to 2043. This will reportedly reduce the CBT hit of the contract to around 46 mil per year. I mean, listen, this Shohei Ohtani contract, you knew there was going to be some defer. You knew there was money. Shohei Ohtani is not going to get all that money in 70 mil every single year. That's not happening. So definitely they're going to defer some money. But it is what it is. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that the MLB is allowing that. That is insane. Like allowing money deferred salary. That is crazy. But I think when it comes to the Mets, I just hope that there's a big market move coming. And I know a lot of people are calling Dave Dumpster Dave. They're calling him Small Market Dave. They're calling him, they're not really liking what David Stearns is showing. And I know that he hasn't really made the big moves. But I think it's coming. I think Steve Cohen, we can't not trust Steve Cohen. Okay. We know that Steve Cohen is gonna make moves. We know that it's coming. We just gotta wait on it. Time to get Pete Alonso extension deferred too. I mean, at this point, right? At this point, like the Mets need Pete Alonso extended. There's no first baseman that can replace Pete Alonso with that power. There's just no guy that can replace offensively. Nobody in that lineup, nobody in the free agency, for first baseman can replace Pete Alonso. So, we got Pete Alonso for 2024, and if they don't sign him, then that's going to be a big loss for the New York Mets. So we hope that the Pete Alonso contract comes to fruition. I think that the Mets are going to do they value Pete Alonso. He loves New York as well. I think it's going to be the same situation as probably the Aaron Judge contract, where you saw that Aaron Judge had a really great year. So the Mets are going to have to pay him a lot. The Yankees paid Aaron Judge a lot. It's going to happen. The Mets just tweeted out fake names that they've signed and see if people can even tell the difference. Oh my God, man, the Mets. I don't know, man. I think that there's this big market move, this big market team. Let's make some moves already, man. This Yoshinobu Yamamoto domino has to fall already. I'm tired of it. The fact that we got to wait to almost Christmas or before Christmas, I hate, because I want to see the Mets make moves. I want to see, the MLB offseason come into fruition. I want to see it move, man. I think it will. I definitely think it will. So, I mean, if the Mets do get Yoshinobu Yamamoto, go right after Jorge Soler. Go right after Jordan Hicks. Go right after David Robertson. Bring back David Robertson. I'll take him for 1 year. I love David Robertson. I love how he pitched. I love what he brought to the Mets. And the Mets are going to use him the right way. So, Lane said, can the Mets trade for Jonathan India? Jonathan India, I don't think the Mets are really interested in Jonathan India. They got enough infielders as it is. He's a good defender for sure, but that's not going to happen. And Alexis Diaz, I don't know exactly when he becomes a free agent, but definitely there's been some interest between the Mets and Alexis Diaz. I know last season there was. This season, I don't know, going into 2024, if the Mets are going to try to trade for a closer, because they got Edwin Diaz coming back, his brother. So probably not. But listen, we need David Stearns to make a big market move. He needs to solidify himself in his spot with the Mets fans. And, the Mets, diehards, because we know that the Mets want to make a move. They want to get Yamamoto. Are you guys going to be happy? Like when Yamamoto gets signed and the Mets sign him, if the Mets sign him, are you guys going to be happy about that? Like, like, is that the only big market move that the Mets you want to make? Because I want the Mets to make Yamamoto, Jorge Soler, Jordan Hicks, and David Robinson. I think those are moves that would improve the Mets drastically. My 2024 lineup. Oh, let's see this. Nimmo. We got Nimmo leading off. Nimmo has actually shown really good power. So he could not be in the leadoff spot when it comes to 2024. But I think that they do like him in that 2024, in that one spot, which makes sense. But he showed some power, so he could be moved up. He could, we could see a change in the lineup, but this is your lineup. So let's look at your lineup. We got Nimmo batting first. We got Lindor. We got Alonso batting third. We got Bellinger. Okay, so you want the Mets to sign Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger, I think, I don't know about Cody Bellinger. We don't know what he's going to be in 24. I love what he showed in 2023, though. He had a great bounce back year. He's an MVP, before. So, but he has some injury concerns with Cody Bellinger, but he is a great defender. I love Cody Bellinger. I like what he brings to the table. You got JD Martinez. You got JD Martinez and Cody Bellinger in the lineup. Mauricio DH. Okay. Alvarez, Starlin Marte, and Jeff McNeil batting ninth. Wow, that's a lineup. I mean, listen, I'll tell you this, that's a lineup right there. I like the JD Martinez. I like where he's positioned. Cody Bellinger in that fourth spot. I would put Cody Bellinger maybe in that third spot and put Alonso in the cleanup spot. That's what I would do personally. And Mauricio, yeah, I would keep him in that sixth spot, or I would put Alvarez in the no. I like Mauricio because of the switch hitting factor. So I like Mauricio in that sixth spot, Alvarez in that seventh spot, and Marte and McNeil. I like that. That's not bad. I like that. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. But yeah, man. I mean, I feel like, David Stearns, can we make a big move already? Can Yamamoto just sign? Like, oh man, but who will the Mets go after next? Who will they go after? Will they go after after Yamamoto? Will they go after Jorge Soler? Will they go after Cody Bellinger? We haven't heard nothing about Cody Bellinger. It's like radio silence with Cody Bellinger's free agency. I don't know why it's so radio silent. Maybe they were waiting on Soto to be traded, or Candelario to be signed. I don't know, but Candelario is not bigger than Cody Bellinger when it comes to free agency. So Cody Bellinger is going to get a multi-year contract for sure. He's going to get a contract multi-year. But what team is it going to be with? Is the Mets going to try to sign Cody Bellinger? I don't know. I don't think that the Mets are going to go after Cody Bellinger. I don't know. Okay, so you think Stearns is small time. Okay, so you're convinced that David Stearns is a small time. I think that he hasn't shown you yet what he can do just yet. I think that let's wait a little bit. Let's wait what David Stearns has coming. I think that Yamamoto, it's probably going to happen for the Mets or the Yankees. I think those are the two front runners when it comes to Yamamoto. The Giants are not signing Yamamoto. So the Mets and the Yankees are probably going to sign Yoshinobu Yamamoto. It's going to be a bidding war. Is Steve Cohen going to win that war? I mean, probably. Or is the Yankees, is Yoshinobu Yamamoto, is he going to go for the pinstripes, the Yankees, the legacy, Juan Soto playing with Judge, all of that? Is he going to be like attracted to that? Maybe. But I think definitely, a big market move is coming from David Stearns. I can promise you that. You just have to wait for it. They will go after another pitcher. Okay, so you think that they're going to go after another pitcher. They need pitching. They need pitching for sure. So after Yoshinobu Yamamoto, I think that they should sign another pitcher. But who's it going to be, though? Are they? They're not. I don't think that they're going to get Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Jordan Montgomery or Blake Snell. I don't think that's going to happen. But those are the top free agent pitchers right now. But I think I think Stearns is going to make a big move. It's coming. It's coming, and that is so big that David Stearns went to Japan with Steve Cohen. That is big, and they met with Yamamoto. Like no other team went across the seas to freaking meet with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. So they're serious about Yamamoto. Is it gonna happen? I don't know. I don't know what his what he wants to do. I don't know what Yoshinobu Yamamoto wants to do. If he wants to play with the Yankees, he'll go with the Yankees. If he wants to play with the Mets, he'll go with the Mets. Yeah, the Mets signed Jorge Lopez for a 1-year deal. Yeah, I think Jorge Lopez, I like that contract. I know a lot of people, probably didn't like the Jorge Lopez, deal, and maybe they don't see, they don't see something in Jorge Lopez, but I think that Jorge Lopez is a guy that can throw you high velocity. He's a bounce back candidate, just like Luis Severino, so just imagine if Jorge Lopez does work out for the Mets, if Luis Severino does work out for the Mets, these guys, it could possibly happen. It could, will it? I don't know. As Juan Soto is going to get sick when Judge, keeps going to the DL. Yeah, I mean, listen, Aaron Judge got injured last year and, with a big toe situation. So, I mean, you don't know if he's going to get injured, but maybe he might. He definitely might. For sure, he's injury prone. So it could happen. It could happen. But I think Judge is going to be very motivated to play with Soto. But, I mean, we'll see. But I think that Soto, if Judge gets injured, we could probably bank on Stanton probably getting injured because he gets injured every single year. But Judge, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how his toe is feeling, with the toe situation. Is he completely healthy with the toe? I don't know. But I think that Judge, that IL situation is definitely possible in 2024. It's definitely possible. Steve Cohen likely knew about deferred payments, but waited for another team to do it first. Game over if Cohen can do this. Just cut large checks. Yo, for real. I mean, listen, if we can defer money, I mean, what's stopping Steve Cohen from doing anything? What is stopping Steve Cohen? I don't know. I don't know what's stopping him. I think Steve Cohen, man, it's crazy. I don't know what's gonna stop Steve Cohen, but if you can defer money in MLB, the Shohei Ohtani, the fact that they're gonna defer 68 mil, what? Like what? Oh my god! Oh my goodness, man. How do you feel about Josh Walker for the Mets going into spring training next year? Josh Walker, that is a lefty that the Mets have in the bullpen. I think Josh Walker can be good for the Mets. I like what I saw from him in 2023. But he was a little shaky. He was a rookie. It was his first year. But he didn't. I don't know if he's going to be a rookie in 2024. I don't know if he played enough games in 2023 to not become, for his rookie status. But I think I like Josh Walker. I hope that he develops maybe some better control and some better pitches when it comes to striking out guys. But I like Josh Walker. I think he's going to be a good bullpen pitcher for the Mets. The Mets don't really have anybody in the lefty, just really Josh Walker. So I hope that he is a big time reliever for the Mets. I think that the Mets go after another pitcher from Japan, like Imanaga. I can't remember the spelling. No, yeah, it's Imanaga. I know who you're talking about. I mean, Imanaga is a lefty starting pitcher. Definitely, he's definitely he looks to be good. I think he's what they call him, the throwing wizard or something. He has like a nickname. But he's not known for his velocity, but he can definitely get a lot of strikeouts, and move around the zone and pitch really good. I definitely think that he has some value. But is it going to be the same type of value that Yoshinobu Yamamoto has? Probably not. Maybe he's going to get a 70 mil contract like Kodai Senga. But Imanaga, you should be interested in Imanaga. I think he could be a good pitcher for the Mets. Judge has to go on the DL because he stocks on it. Well, yeah, I mean, Judge could. I definitely could see Aaron Judge going to the IL. Um, what's funny is that Aaron Judge, he had to have a career year for the Yankees to convince the Yankees to sign him and give him his big time money. And guess what? He didn't even get hurt that year. And then what? He got paid and he got hurt the next year. So it's like you don't know like what's gonna happen, but you can probably bank on Aaron Judge or Stanton getting injured for the Yankees. And injuries happen. I don't want anybody to get injured, obviously, but because these guys are hard workers and obviously they want to play. But he's already paid, man. I mean, Judge is gonna get paid. Like he got paid already, so he made his money. I mean, he's gonna make a lot of money. So, do you see Tyler Scott for the Mets? Tyler Scott. Who is Tyler Scott? I don't know who Tyler Scott is. I don't know who Tyler Scott is. But if you can make a list right now of the Mets free agents that you want to go after, who would you go after? I personally would love to see Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Jorge Soler would slot in perfectly in the lineup. This guy is perfect for the lineup. I think Yoshinobu Yamamoto is perfect for the rotation. And if you get a guy like David Robson, he could have a good year for the Mets. I love what he did for the Mets in 2023. He didn't look so good in the Miami Marlins, but I definitely feel that when it comes to the Mets, they got to make moves. A big market move is coming from David Stearns. We just got to wait on it. So let's stay a little patient when it comes to David Stearns. I think it's coming. I definitely think it's coming. Let me see here. No news when it comes to the Mets right now. They haven't made any really big signings. I don't really see any interest from the Mets and teams right now in free agents. I mean, what I want to see is Mets interested in Jorge Soler, Mets interested in JD Martinez. That's what I want to see. Like, I don't want this Yamamoto situation to just like hold down everything. Why do we gotta wait for Yamamoto for everything else to happen? And I know that Yamamoto is gonna be the big time free agent to happen. Obviously, he's gonna get over 300 mil. Insane contract. He's gonna get 25 years old. But I just hope it happens, man. We need this Yamamoto situation to just happen already. I'm tired of this Yamamoto situation, man. Goodness sakes, can we just sign Yamamoto already, or the Yankees sign him, whatever? I mean, I hope that the Mets sign him. I hope that the Mets sign him. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. They got to make moves. I think it's coming. We just got to stay a little patient. We got to stay a little patient. But yeah, man, I think when it comes to the Mets, um, you know, we haven't seen the big market moves. I hope they come. But David Stearns, I don't know, man. It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. But the Severino move, I hope it's good for the Mets. But other than that, man, I mean, anything else you guys want to talk about right now? Anything else you guys want to ask questions, or if you have concerns going into 2024, definitely you guys can put it in the comments. Let's not be too concerned about the Ronnie Mauricio situation, because I don't think that's really going to be a big situation for the Mets. He was walking under his own power. He got injured in the Winter League, if you don't know. But yeah, man. If you're new to the stream, you could subscribe, always like it. The more you guys like the stream, the more you guys, the more the stream is put out to the people and recommended. So Definitely, guys. I think that some Mets moves are coming. We just gotta wait on it. We just gotta wait. We just gotta wait on the moves. Who is Tyler Scott though? I don't know who Tyler Scott is. Oh, Taylor Scott. Taylor? The Taylor? Is it Taylor Scott you was talking about? Hmm. He played in 3 teams in 2023. 5.60 ERA. My goodness. How do you feel about the Mets putting a dome on City Field? Is it gonna happen? I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, I would love for it to happen though. Man, a dome in Met City Field, and we don't have to worry about the big, the rain and all that. I would love for the Mets to do that. But it could happen with Steve Cohen. Obviously, he's gonna get a freaking casino, so it could happen. The Mets could do a dome in City Field, but I don't think it's gonna happen. In 2024. You hope that it could, you hope that it could happen, but at the end of the day. But yeah, man. Any other Mets concerns, Mets questions you got? If you're new to the stream, definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, and yeah, the more you guys like the stream, the more the stream gets out and recommended to the people. And yeah, man. I think that the Mets have something going. They just haven't made the big market moves yet. They're coming though. They're coming. They're coming, man. Um, uh, so reported by Andy Martino. The story today is about the Yankees, but Yamamoto because they had a meeting with them today. But the Mets are still in and very much on Yamamoto. So Yamamoto is possibly definitely still with the Mets. Like it's definitely possible that it can happen. How do you I feel about the Giants? Verlander. Verlander is in the Astros, buddy. Verlander is going to be he's not going to be a free agent. He's going to be an Astro. The Mets are paying the contract, so yeah, he's with the Astros. But man, I think that honestly, when it comes to the Mets, like, we need a big market move. I know us Mets fans, we really do need a big market moves, and I think it's coming. I think it's coming. Oh, how do I feel about the Giants game tonight? Tommy DeVito, man. I mean, a lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon. There's Tommy DeVito. I definitely think that he's been looking good, but the Packers been looking really the Packers been looking good too, man. I mean, what they're playing the Patriots? What are they playing the Patriots? They're playing the Patriots or the Packers? I don't really. I think they're playing the. Oh yeah, the Packers. Yeah, they're playing the Packers. So the Packers been looking good. Jordan Love, man, he's been insane lately. He's looking like one of the best quarterbacks right now. It's literally crazy. Um, after losing Aaron Rodgers, after as your quarterback. But at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna end the stream here. We've been here for an hour and 9 minutes. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching the stream. Definitely appreciate everybody that came to the stream. You guys are really, really great, really awesome. You guys are amazing. We didn't get any big move Mets, big move to happen, but definitely gonna be streaming more. So look out for that. I'll definitely, let you guys know. But I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. LFGM. Let me get this out of here. Let me get my comment here. But yeah, LFGM, for life, we rep this for life. Let's go Mets. Let's make some moves, man. Let's do it. David Stearns, come on, baby. You're in a big market team. Make some moves like a big market team, please. Please, for the love of God, sign Yamamoto. Please. But yeah, man, that's gonna be the stream. If you enjoyed, definitely do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe. And yeah, man. Appreciate you guys watching. Got more streams on the way, got more videos on the way. So look out for that. And yeah, if you guys have any videos that you guys want me to talk about, you can always put it in the comments or anything like that. But yeah, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to go eat some dinner, cook up some dinner or whatever. So have a good one. Stay blessed. LFGM for life.